Both teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with the Buckeyes head coach before the game. He is hyping his team up in the locker room because this is a huge moment in the conference championship race. At home, a chance to separate themselves. As you know, the Big Ten has produced the last 3 national champions, and he knows this is the first step today. Show them that we are one of the best teams in this league. And he's talked to his team about getting off to a hot start here at home. Make this home crowd ignite. Make it tough on their opponents, and it all starts now on the opening drive. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Ducks headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. It's inside. It's Jackson. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Out wide right, it's Jackson. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
You can see why this running back is on the field on third down. He's a weapon in the passing game. Really nice job by the quarterback. He got through his progressions really, really quickly. Found the running back, just dumped it off, and he was able to make something happen with it, move the chains, keep the offense on the field.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
Taylor wants to throw. Moves to his right. Nice move to pick up yardage. Breaks into the... And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Quick give. It's Davison. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
And it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Caught on the RPO. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Fresh center down's going to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Henderson. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Need 10 yards on this 3rd down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it upfield. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's changing the play. They just keep firing. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The Buckeyes, really the entire state, they pride themselves on toughness. Establishing the ability to run the ball when they want to has always been important here.
Part of that Midwest lifestyle, but when you're Ohio State, you recruit at such a high level. You're going to get great offensive linemen, great running backs, so it's not a surprise that they're usually a physical unit.
They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, he's getting ahead of stick. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he tacked on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The run inside. It's Davison. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Taylor wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. From the gun, looking for a man. He's going to take a shot. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop you.
Quarterback changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Henderson. Fires to the right. The sure hands, it's Johnson. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over this place.
You ain't lying. My, how times have changed. Now it is pass, pass, pass. Find explosive playmakers like this on the outside. Get them the football.
From the gun, it's Johnson. There he goes. He's past the sticks. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
We got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for a first down.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. Looking for space. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Back to throw, it's Henderson. Back's got it on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
And we've seen this offense, man, that they've featured the running game, and he's done a good job of making plays, breaking tackles, being a big part of it. Now, what do? Try to slide this in here. Make it look like a little bit of run. Slow down those linemen that go upfield really fast. Slip it to him. Try to make a big play. But to me, it's more about just trying to give this guy the ball in space so he can do more damage.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Jackson. They might go back to that one in a big spot as they pick up the first down out of the Wildcat.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
Right back to the well. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Wide receiver comes in motion. Calls his own number. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
King. Tight end now in motion. A first down run in the red zone. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
No, not a lot of space down here on the goal line when you're trying to run the football. You might want to think about going to the perimeter or maybe throwing it next time.
Looking downfield, it's Henderson. Right side, it's Johnson. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Buckeye! Into the end zone for 6.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Fires downfield. Left side is Robinson. Now Oregon will call its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the middle. And that one's incomplete. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Taylor wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Finds his man. It's Johnson. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. Let's begin with a look at Virginia taking on the number 11 team, the Louisville Cardinals. And it's the Cavaliers with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Taylor wants to throw it. Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They'd love nothing more than to take advantage of that early second half turnover and cash in and tack a little bit more onto this lead. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Pulls it on the option. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They'll move the tight end.
Move. Go. Shift. Move.
Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Defense all over him.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
139 Albatross. 139 Albatross. Here we go.
Now they're going to throw it. Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That sack's on him, not the O-line. 3rd down coming. Changing the routes with his receiver. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. So now on comes the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And that will extend their lead even further.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Taylor wants to throw. Rush right in his face. Trying to escape and get it himself.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Sells to fake. Out wide left, it's Johnson. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the pass.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Hauls it in. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Jackson. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with the 1st down. Making the adjustment. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. They'll take the penalty and move them back. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make 1st downs. 1st and 15 here. Running inside, it's Jackson. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. long way to go on second down. Might as well run him again. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. To the air, it's Henderson. Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Buying time to his right. Got out of trouble and throws. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Hits inside, it's Davison. Picked up 8 yards there, 3rd down and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. On play action. And the defense, got him at the 27.
Well, after putting up 5 sacks in their last game, this defense was hungry for more coming into this one, and they knew it was going to be maybe a little bit tougher going up against this offensive line. They've had...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Needs it here on 4th down. Looking for a big play. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Great place to start for this offense. Hits the hole. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got some space. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line. And the Buckeyes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the air. It's Henderson. Whip it out to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. And now there's a stoppage for an injured Buckeye. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is even bigger.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the 4th, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here. Late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job. Not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Down he goes.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Back to throw, it's Teray. Out wide right, it's Robinson. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st. He wants a big play here late. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. 2nd and long here. Quick give. It's Hill. Turning it on.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy 2nd down situations with some positive runs on 1st down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Bringing it back. He's at the 20. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Timeout signal forward by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
This quarterback, part of their running game. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as his defense is making it tough. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, offense is penalized. It's those kinds of mistakes that just drive you crazy. It can ruin a drive. The false start backs them up on 3rd and goal. Looking to get in. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. The run inside. It's Hill.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like.
Going to take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.